So we're watching. I was watching Tim Dillon's episode of the Tim Dillion Show, episode 313, and he was dropping some facts. He was talking about the Ezra Miller situation, and then he was talking about something about that happened to him in real life or something like that. But he goes in real quick. I don't know. I'm gonna try to pull some Hasanabe, or however you pronounce that dude's name, or some Asmund Gold, and just pretty much just get my little commentating situation here, or output on this. He goes in. Come check me out. Come check me out.
Because of the birth deficit or whatever, that there's so many old people, and all of the movies are superhero movies.
Yeah, because he was talking about how he's like super fed up with like all of the movies that come out now. That, at least coming from America, they're all like superhero movies. We're just churning those out, and those seem to be getting the most value from these movie companies. And like for real, where are the good movies at? It's like, where are the good video games? Where are the good movies, man? Like, it's just sad.
So that's crazy to me, and that just upsets me. But story is just funny to me, because it is funny how many buttons this person can push, how much criminality they can be involved with.
He's talking about Ezra Miller right now.
And Warner Brothers just goes, yeah, whatever. It's cool.
It says full steam ahead in the article.
Full steam ahead. Good. Full steam ahead. Well, maybe Ron DeSantis will put the military in there. I mean, it's I don't know. I'm just saying, like.
He went in on Ezra Miller, like, about a minute from now.
It's like, it's crazy. If Ron DeSantis, I will support him right now if he promises to use the military to get me work in this town. Like, if Ron DeSantis will use the military to literally go into these companies.
So I'm going to go back.
It's like a joke. Now, go to the article about Warner Brothers, where everything's going on at Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
How persuasive is.
So apparently Ezra Miller, he has this, has this role in this movie called The Flash. It's a superhero movie based off a DC comic book character or whatever. And he's been the Flash for like in the TV show for about a few years, I guess now, or something like that. I think even longer, even longer. But anyway, so he's this movie star, and I guess he I don't know, whatever he identifies himself as. But I mean, Tim Dillon, he brings up so many good points, but the real main point is like, this guy Ezra Miller is just doing all this heinous stuff, and I guess he's just allowed to get away with it because he's in Hollywood, or he's like some kind of, it's very interesting.
Is this guy? Because cult leaders can be charismatic. How charismatic is this guy that Warner Brothers is going, yeah, we'll figure it out. And by this guy, I don't mean gendered guy.
Right,
I mean I call my friend Michelle. What up, guy? So Miller's running a commune in Vermont.
Yeah. Rolling Stone ran a whole article about that too. Like the mainstream media has picked it up. Guns, bullets, and weed. He was housing 3 young children at this farm. There were guns laying everywhere. The 1-year-old had a bullet in their mouth. They've been reporting on this for a minute.
Yeah, so I now go.
It's so crazy. Tim Dillon's a funny ass dude. Him and his buddy Ben, the guy on the 1s and 2s for him, it's funny duo. But Tim Dillon, he just goes in, man. Shout out to the homie Nubit, because him and I definitely have an appreciation for Tim Dillon's satire. It's super
go to the article about Warner Brothers, where everything's kind of okay, because Ezra Miller came in and apologized. I'm my mind is blown by the fact that this person. I mean, how good of an actor are they? Maybe they're great.
I personally, I think I've watched Yeah, I've watched the first couple episodes of the show, The Flash, on the WB or whatever. I forgot where I watched it at on though. Just recently, probably like the past year. It's an interesting show. The guy that like, I find it cool that the guy who's supposed to be helping the Flash out become the Flash, he's the guy that becomes his, what do you call it? His like arch enemy or something like that. I don't know the whole DC lore behind the Flash and how he was like his upbringing and then like how he got the powers and who was his first main bad guy, super villain or whatever, but that's what it seemed like for me. It seemed pretty dope. I gotta go back and watch it, but it's like this dude, this Ezra Miller dude, he's doing all this heinous stuff. It kind of makes me not want to watch the show, you know. Whatever, you know, people do whatever they do. Dude, that's crazy. Kevin Smith went on Steve-O's podcast. That's gonna be a good one that we do a like a review on for sure.
Kind of is where he met with them.
Miller, who uses they them pronouns in Metzger, met with new Warner Brothers film chairs Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abby to discuss not only how to stay on course for The Flash's June 23rd, 2023 release date, but to reaffirm their commitment to the movie as well as apologize for bringing negative attention to the production in the company. Over the past few years, Miller has been at the center of arrest, a controversy culminating with the actor posting a mea culpa on August 15th, saying they were seeking help for mental health issues. Said the actor at the time, "I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past."
This dude, he just goes in this apology. Reaffirm their commitment to the movie as well as apologize for bringing negative attention to the production and the company. Over the past 2 years, Miller has been at the center of it. I mean, it just goes...
Behavior.
This
According to
guy right
sources,
here,
Miller vowed to seek help after learning that DeLuca and Abdi were considering all options for Flash.
this guy right here does exactly what I'm doing now. Very interesting.
Including scrapping the $200 million movie if things devolved further with Miller. $200 million. While the actor is said to not have minded the stream of bad headlines, they were spooked by the notion of the film getting canceled and jolted to take action. They care about the Flash. It's one of their favorite characters to play. I mean, we're just living in a fucking disgusting, you know, I mean, it's like a joke. It's like we're just living in a complete joke.
Yeah, and that goes into the fact that, like, you know, what I was saying, like, how can, I guess if, what Tim Dillon is saying, that, like, how can you do stuff, or in this world, if, as long as you have money or you're a movie star or whatever it is, you can just get away with just doing all kinds of stuff. It's just wild. It's wild to me to think that, like, even to see it. Look at that. Asmongold's right here, too. All the people that I just mentioned are pretty much, like, right in this this whole area here. But, yeah, like, so this Ezra Miller dude has a bunch of this stuff on this rap sheet. Hey, you know, people do stuff. That's all right, man. But, you know, he's doing stuff that involves kids and, like, guns and drugs and all kinds of stuff. That gets a little that's not good, man. And he's still able to keep his job, but it's like, I think what Tim Dillon is also getting in is what he identifies himself as, or what Ezra Miller identifies themselves as, allows them to get away with the stuff that they are doing. I guess it's wild, man.
You know, I mean, it's, you know, I drive around this town, and, you know, today the tour buses, and some of them are like legit tour buses. Some of them are just these little vans that are sawed off and they have no roof. And and one of the guys recognized me, give me the peace sign or whatever, and, you know, I'm like, you know, like they're driving around here, and I'm like, get off these things. Like, get off these fucking whatever you're looking for here. Whatever stardom you're looking for is in Reykjavik, Iceland, running a cult.
Like, just like it goes right back into what I said. Obviously, you need to be doing stuff like what he's doing. You got to be doing stuff that Ezra Miller allegedly, whatever. I don't even know if it's allegedly, if they're literally reading off whatever, man. If you're doing stuff like that, if you're working a 9-to-5 job and you're trying to make it, Tim Dillon saying stop what you're doing, not literally, but obviously he's just, I wouldn't say insinuating, but like it seems like what he's saying is like, yo, you would be better off starting this cult and doing all kinds of heinous stuff like these folks are doing. That's able to get them to, to become rich and famous, right? Instead of like working a 9-to-5 job. It's wild.
Like it's such a joke. The town has become such a complete joke to people. It's a punchline of a joke that I'm amazed that industry still exists. The tourism industry, where people are like, show me the star. I mean, it's hilarious. That's neither here nor there. I mean, it's listen. Yeah, felony burglary on August 7th.
Yeah, he broke into someone's house and stole their liquor. He got caught for that.
This dude's crazy.
In Vermont.
All right.
This dude is crazy, bro.
He got caught for that. In Vermont.
All right. Well, listen, the he/they things annoys me so much. We're not going to talk about it anymore. Is this part of coming out as non-binary in Hollywood, the ability to do all of these things? Is this part of it? If it's part of it, I think I would actually like to do it, and I would like to get on board as soon as possible with it. I'm unaware of what makes violence against women and children okay, and what makes running a cult okay, but apparently, I don't know. It's strange. I have no interest in The Flash either way. I don't care. I don't care about any of these. I'm sick of these superhero movies. I'm sick of the children that watch them, and by children I mean 35-year-old losers that are into fucking superhero movies. You're disgusting.